Dear children, our chapter Respiration and Living Beings. In our part 1 video, we discussed about the difference between breathing and respiratory system in different animals, especially frog, insects, fishes like that. So in this video, we are going to focus mainly about the respiratory system in human beings and what is the way the respiration has taken place, the exchange of gases, the respiration and types of respiration, aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration, and at last we are going to study about the respiration in plants. Respiration is a life process. All the organisms, they are doing respiration. Actual respiration has taken place inside the cell. So breathing means that is just the inhaling and exhaling. The oxygen rich air is intaken as well as carbon dioxide rich air is removal from the body. Just that is the breathing only. Respiration is means the process by which oxygen is used to break down the glucose to release energy. So respiration is a life process. Without respiration, we can't get energy. So respiration is an important life process. Now we are going to focus the respiratory system in human beings. Human respiratory system is consist of nose, trachea, windpipe and a pair of lungs. The atmosphere contains the oxygen rich air. So human beings breathe. We are intaking this oxygen rich air through our external nostrils and nasal cavity, nose. The trachea, or otherwise it is called as a windpipe, it is transporting that inhaled air, oxygen rich air into our pair of the lungs. The lungs will be located inside our chest cavity. So the bony structure called rib cage. So the lungs is a very softest tissue. So it will be protected inside the rib cage, bony structure. So it provides the support to the lungs so that the lungs can able to take removing the air as well as they are taking the air. So the spongy material is made up of lungs, so it can't do the contraction and relaxation like heart is made up of special type of tissue, cardiac muscle, so that the heart is doing the contraction and relaxation just like a pumping work, but lungs is made up of spongy tissue, it can't do the contraction and relaxation, but the lungs is located inside the rib cage. So with the help of this rib cage, it can able to do the contraction and this relaxation like that. So they can take the oxygen and removing the air. So this is the human respiratory system. It consists of the nasal cavity, that is external nostrils. Then inside nasal cavity is there. It is followed by the trachea. That pharynx will be the nasopharynx. Nasopharynx is followed by the trachea. Then trachea is divided into bronchi, left bronchi and right bronchi. Each bronchi is divided further into bronchioles. The bronchioles is enter into the small large number of air sacs, or otherwise it is called as alveoli. Alveoli is present in each lungs. So bronchial right lungs and left lung is consist of the large number of air sacs, small bag-like structure, that is called alveoli. So it is surrounded by the network of capillaries. Here only the exchange of gases, that means oxygen and carbon dioxide will be exchange is taken place. ஸோ அட்மாஸ்பியரில் இருக்கக்கூடிய ஆக்சிஜன் ரிச்சான ஏர் வந்து எக்ஸ்டர்னல் நாஸ்ட்ரல்ஸ் வழியாக நாசல் கேவிட்டிக்கு போகி தென் நாசோஃபேரிங்ஸ் வழியாக ட்ரெக்கியா வழியாக தென் இட் இஸ் ப்ராங்கி வந்து லெஃப்ட் லங்ஸுக்கு ஒரு ப்ராங்கி, ரைட் லங்க்கு ஒரு ப்ராங்கி போகும். ப்ராங்கி ஃபர்தராக ப்ராங்கியோல்ஸை டிவைட் ஆகி ஒவ்வொரு ப்ராங்கியோல்ஸும் சின்ன சின்ன ஏர் சாக்ஸ் ஆல்வியோலைக்கு போகும். இந்த ஆல்வியோலையில் தான் ஆக்சிஜன் ஃபுல்லாக செட்டில்ட் ஆகும். ஸோ ஆக்சிஜன் செட்டில் ஆகும்னா லங்ஸ் வந்து பெருசாகணும். ஸோ தேட் லங்ஸுக்கு கீழே இருக்கக்கூடிய இந்த டயஃப்ரம், டோம் ஷேப்டு டயஃப்ரம், தட் இஸ் ஸ்லைட்லி கர்வ் ஷேப்பாக இருக்க அந்த டயஃப்ரம் டூரிங் த டைம் ஆஃப் இன்ஹலேஷன், நம்ம ஆக்சிஜனை ப்ரீத் இன் பண்ணுறப்ப, இன்ஹேல் பண்ணுறப்ப இந்த டயஃப்ரம் வில் பி கண்ட்ராக்ஷன், மூவிங் டவுன்வர்ட் மூவ் ஆகிறப்ப த லங்ஸ் வில் பி எக்ஸ்பேண்டட் ஆகும். ரிப் கேஜ் வில் சப்போர்ட் தட். ஸோ ரிப் கேஜ் சப்போர்ட் பண்ணுறனால நிறைய ஆக்சிஜன் ரிச் ஏர் வந்து ஏர் சாக்ஸில் இட் வில் பி ஃபில் ஆகுது. oxygen rich air is present in the air sacs. Now in the air sacs இருந்து blood என்ன பண்ணும்னா oxygen rich air எல்லாம் blood capture பண்ணிட்டு ஸோ oxyhemoglobin bloodல இருக்கக்கூடிய RBC cell red blood corpuscles they have the hemoglobin molecule. இந்த ஹீமோக்ளோபின் மாலிகுல் ஒவ்வொரு ஹீமோக்ளோபின் மாலிகுலும் 4 மாலிகுல்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஆக்சிஜனை கேரி பண்ணி ஸோ ஆக்சிஜனும் ஹீமோக்ளோபின் சேர்ந்தப்போ தட் இஸ் கால்ட் as ஆக்சி ஹீமோக்ளோபினாக கன்வெர்ட் ஆகி பிளட் வெசல்ஸ் வழியாக லங்ஸில் இருந்து they are reaching to the heart. ஸோ ஃப்ரம் த ஹார்ட் இந்த ஆக்சிஜன் ரிச்சாக இருக்கக்கூடிய பிளட் வந்து த்ரூ அவுட் த பாடி நம்ம பாடியில் இருக்கக்கூடிய எல்லா செல்ஸ்க்கும் டிஷ்யூஸ்க்கும் they are moving. ஸோ ஒவ்வொரு செல்ஸும் they are do the respiration cellular respiration. ஸோ using this oxygen glucose break பண்ணி they are creating that energy create பண்ணி they will utilize and the remaining waste material carbon dioxide and water they are removing. இந்த carbon dioxide will be collected by the veins வழியாக ஹார்ட்டுக்கு ரிட்டர்ன் பேக் ஆகி from the heart the carbon dioxide rich air is returned to the lungs. ஸோ ஆஃப்டர் தட் லங்ஸில் இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த கார்பன் டை ஆக்சைட்லாம் திரும்ப ரிட்டன் பேக் ஆகணும் லங்ஸில் இருந்து த சேம் வே ப்ராங்கியூல்ஸ் வழியாக ட்ரெக்கியா வழியாக நாஸ்டல் கேவிட்டிக்கு வந்து தென் நாஸ்டல்ஸ் வழியாக கார்பன் டை ஆக்சைடு அட்மாஸ்பியரில் ரிலீஸ் ஆகிற ப்ராசஸ் தட் இஸ் கால் எக்ஸ்கலேஷன் வில் ஹேப்பன். ஸோ இந்த எக்ஸ்கலேஷன் நடக்கிறப்ப டயஃப்ரம் ரிலாக்ஸ் ஆகும் தட் மீன்ஸ் இட் இஸ் மூவிங் அப்வர்டு ஸோ தட் லங்ஸ் வந்து சின்னதாகிறப்ப எல்லா கார்பன் டை ஆக்சைடு ரிச் ஏர் ஃபுல்லி இட் இஸ் மூவிங் அவுட் சைட் ஃப்ரம் த பாடி. ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் இன்ஹலேஷன் அண்ட் எக்ஸ்கலேஷன். So this picture shows the alveoli and capillaries inside the lungs. So inside the lungsல இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த alveoli small alveoli-குள்ள எப்படி capillaries உள்ள reach ஆகுது. The pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein is there. Pulmonary vein will carry all the oxygenated blood. Oxygen இருக்கக்கூடிய oxygen ரிச்சாக இருக்கக்கூடிய blood எல்லாம் கேரி பண்ணி ஹார்ட்டுக்கு கொண்டு போகும். At the mean time pulmonary artery என்ன பண்ணுன்னா கார்பன் டை ஆக்சைடு ரிச்சாக இருக்கக்கூடிய blood-ஐ வந்து they will fill. So inside the alveoli single alveoli எப்படி oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange will taken place, gaseous exchange will taken place, they are showing in this picture. Next we are going to see the exchange of gases within the respiratory system in the step by step manner. The first step, that is inhalation. Oxygen rich air from the atmosphere they are enter into our body through our nose. Okay, inside the nose we have a small tiny hairs and mucous membrane will be there. So it will prevent the dust particles and germs will be from entering into the body. The second step, the inhaled air traveling from the nose to the larynx, nasopharynx and trachea. The trachea will be branches into bronchi, left bronchi and right bronchi. Each bronchi will enter into the left bronchi enter into the left lung, right bronchi enter into the right lung. So the bronchus will be further divided into many branches, bronchioles, then it is reaches into the alveoli present in the lungs. Here only the air, the travel from the windpipe to bronchi, it is reaching to the alveoli, then the actual exchange of gases will taken place. Oxygen gets absorbed into the blood through the alveoli. So on the other hand, the carbon dioxide which was collected from the different body cells then will be absorbed into the alveoli. So during the time of exhalation, the carbon dioxide rich air, it will be following the reverse route. That means alveoli to the bronchioles, then bronchi, then trachea, then it is reaching to the nasopharynx, larynx, then nose, then it is exhaled. So this is the step by step of exchange of gases in our respiratory system. In your textbook, they gave one activity to understand how the diaphragm is working during the time of breathing. So using small plastic bottle and a Y-shaped straw as well as rubber sheet, then balloons. So follow the methodology they gave in your textbook. Then observe this what is happening. Then you can understand how the diaphragm is working during the time of breathing. Children, already we know the difference between the respiration and breathing. The inhalation and the exhalation of the gases, inhalation of the oxygen and exhalation of the carbon dioxide is just called as breathing. Breathe in and breathe out. But the actual respiration is taken place inside of our cell. Okay, the oxygen absorbed from the alveoli, it combines with the hemoglobin present in the blood and it will form as the oxyhemoglobin. So the oxygen gets transported to all the body cells in this form. Inside the cell, the oxygen helps to break down the food products. So the carbohydrate, glucose, the simplest form of carbohydrate is glucose. The glucose will be broken by the oxygen to release the energy. So at the time of energy production, carbon dioxide as well as water will be produced. So this is called the original cell respiration. The carbohydrate will be broken down by means of the oxygen. So at the time they are producing the energy, carbon dioxide and water along with some heat. So these carbon dioxide is act as the waste products that will be returned back to the lungs for the exhalation. So this is the actual respiration. Inhalation for means of the breakdown of the oxygen. Respiration can be of two types depending upon the availability of the oxygen. So that is aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration means which requires the oxygen for producing energy is called as the aerobic respiration. So in the presence of oxygen, carbohydrate will produce the energy at present along with carbon dioxide and water is released means that is called as a aerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration means that is without oxygen. So they don't require the oxygen for production of energy. That is called anaerobic respiration. So in the absence of oxygen, carbohydrate will produce the energy along with alcohol and carbon dioxide is produced. So this is anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration causes the complete breakdown of the carbohydrate and producing the large amount of energy. Water and carbon dioxide is released as a byproduct. Most of the plants and animals, including human beings, they carry out the aerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration causes the incomplete breakdown of the carbohydrate. They are producing the less amount of energy than aerobic respiration. It does not as sufficient as the aerobic respiration. Carbon dioxide and alcohol are formed as a byproduct. Some types of bacteria and fungi, especially yeast, they carry out the anaerobic respiration. Because of the anaerobic respiration only we are getting the process, fermentation process, that is wine preparation, then the preparations in the bakeries, bread making, like that cake making, like some products we are getting by means of the anaerobic respiration. Next we are going to see the respiration in plants. Plants also need oxygen to produce energy from the food. We know that plants are doing the photosynthesis. So during the time of photosynthesis, plants will absorb the carbon dioxide and they prepare the food. But during the time of respiration, plants need the oxygen for respiration. But plants do not have the system like animals, respiratory system. But they have a small holes under the sides of the leaves that is called stomata. The stomata is the site for the gaseous exchange in plants. So they take the oxygen from the surrounding air, atmosphere, and it is passed into the plant cell. They also release the carbon dioxide from the plant cell. So each stomata is guarded by the two guard cells. It will be surrounded. Each stoma is surrounded by the stomata is the plural form, singular form is called as a stoma. Each stoma is surrounded by the two guard cells. So it only controlling the opening and closing of the stomata. Along with the stomata, the roots of the plants also will take the oxygen from the soil particle within the soil particles and give off the carbon dioxide. This is called root respiration. So this is why soil needs to be plugged. So we are plugging during the time of cultivation. So before starting the cultivation we will plug because we have to loosen the air that can penetrate the soil particles. It will be taken by the roots. Aquatic plants, that means the plants they are living inside the water bodies. So the plants they will take the oxygen dissolved in water for respiration. So inside the water some of the oxygen will be dissolving, that oxygen will taken by this aquatic plants. So they will directly exchange the gases with the water surrounding their leaves, stems and roots, everything, every part they will do the respiration. So this is about the respiration in plants. So this is the picture of the stomata. the opening is called as that is a stoma. The stoma is covered by the protector surrounded by the two God cells. So because of the God cells, the stoma will be open as well as it is closed. So this stoma is responsible for the respiration as well as transpiration also. So this is about the respiration in plants. Okay children, so in this chapter respiration in living beings chapter, we learn about the breathing and respiration, respiratory system in various animals, then respiratory system in human beings, and what about respiration, the types of respiration, aerobic and anaerobic respiration, and the respiration in plants. Okay children, thank you.